You think you're destined to succeed, but keep procrastinating on your goals? You want to do so much, achieve so much, but you're just lazy and undisciplined? You know you can make it. The only thing is actually making it. Well, duh, the most ambitious people are actually the laziest ones. So let's stop dreaming about your ideal life and let's start living it. But how? Well, watch this video and I will fix this problem for you forever. Hi, my name is Katerina and I'm a filmmaker with a background in psychology. And if you're wondering how the hell that happened, don't worry, I'm wondering the same question. Several years ago, I left my extremely successful career as a psychologist and moved to Hollywood in order to pursue filmmaking. Why did I do that? Well, apart from the obvious delulu in my head, I did it because I'm a dreamer. And I believe that everyone can achieve their dreams, no matter how crazy they are. And that's the reason why I create this series. I want to teach people to use psychology in order to help achieve their dreams. Today we're talking about being lazy, procrastinating, wanting so much in life but not doing enough or hardly anything in order to get it. As I already told you, this is a disease of the most ambitious people of all. But why are we so lazy? Well, there are 3 reasons for that, and I will tell you the reasons and I will tell you how to fix it as well. Let's start with number 1. This one is very popular. A lot of people have it, but not a lot of people realize the core of this problem. Sometimes people don't even realize they have this problem. And this problem is that ambitious people are scared of failure. Funny part of being ambitious is that you associate your worth and confidence with your achievements and goals. When you're constantly failing, like if you are constantly failing, or just the idea of possible failure scares ambitious people so much, because if they don't make it, it means that they are worthless. It's not true, but this is how it is in our heads. People with this problem goes into 2 categories. Category number 1 is the ones that just keep dreaming and imagining how in the future they are gonna be successful and not doing anything. And the people one step further that actually tried, failed, obviously, because you always gonna fail in the beginning, and lost their confidence all along. Let's start with the first ones. If you find yourself constantly procrastinating on goals, especially the ones that mean to you the most, this is why it happens. While your dream is a dream, while you're just dreaming of a business or a career or writing a book or being an influencer, whatever you want, while you're dreaming about it, it's possible. While you're dreaming about it, you can come up with any scenario in your head and it's gonna feel good. But the moment you actively start doing something to achieve your goal, reality hits. And reality sucks. Reality is rejections, failures, obstacles, people who don't believe in you, years of trials and errors, and only then, maybe, success. Very unfair, isn't it? And also not very promising. But as long as it's a dream, anything can happen. And that's why you and I actively are choosing to dream and procrastinate rather than actually doing something. What to do if you recognized yourself in this, if you actually are afraid of failure to the point that it paralyzes you from taking actions. There are good news and bad news to that. Bad news is that there is nothing you can do to fix it like this, but good news is there's something you can do to keep fixing it throughout your whole life. Am I depressing you? I'm sorry, man. So how to gradually fix it? Honestly, fail. Go and fail. And keep failing. It is gonna hurt as hell. Go and fail. Feel it. Feel this pain. But then you're gonna get to the next step, which is we did something, We failed and now we're in pain. If you are already there and you already have zero confidence in yourself because you failed for so many times that it's just like random Tuesday for you, then what you need to start doing is to learn to find confidence in yourself apart from achievements. And I will even give you a task. It is a psychological task. Write 20 things about yourself that are nice, that are not connected to what you can do, what you achieved, and any like knowledge you have. Nothing comes to mind, right? For example, I am funny, or at least I think so, but it's enough. Also, I am good with people. I'm charming. These are the things that you can write. And then you can go even further and write things about yourself that are good in the fields that hurt you the most. For example, for me, recently, I got rejected from 28 film festivals out of 30 that I submitted. I got accepted only to one. This hurt me a lot, as you can see, because I'm just the same way as you are. What I would do is I would write what are the good things in this field that hurt me the most that I already have. For example, I can say that I'm a good writer, I write good scripts. What I can also say is that I did get into one festival. Excuse me, better than nothing. But honestly, it's a fight for life, and every day you just need to choose not to listen to the voice in your head that tells you that you're worthless and start listening to the voice in your head that tells you that you can actually do something. Okay, let's move to part 2. What if you're not afraid of failures? Second thing that makes people lazy is the fact that you want everything right now. Like, okay, I have a goal of achieving thousands of followers. Great. I posted 5 videos and none of them went viral. I go and I get sad and I procrastinate for 3 weeks thinking that I'm worthless. In these 3 weeks, I regain my ability to believe in myself. So I go out and I post another 5 videos. And guess what? These 5 videos also do not perform. So I go back to being a sad little girl. And this is a cycle that a lot of ambitious people are living. Why? Because for some reason, we believe that we are so exceptional that everything needs to happen to us right now. I post 5 videos and I immediately get 1 million followers. And then, of course, everybody keeps talking about hard work. Of course, when I already have some results that can prove to me that I am doing the right thing, of course, then I will keep working to get 2 million followers, 5 million followers, 10 million followers. But the initial jump to the goal needs to happen now. What do I have to say for this? First of all, this is dumb. Of course, there are people that just like, boom, popular. Let's redo it. They're just, boom, popular. But majority of people actually need to work for years in order to get their videos viral. For example, I spent 3 years making content on Instagram and TikTok before my first video got viral. 3 years. Imagine 3 years of constant trials and errors, failings, none of my videos were performing. Like, depression was this close to me, but I did not give up. The interesting part is that people are really results oriented. When we set our goals, how do these goals sound to you? Get 1 million followers, lose 30 pounds, grow hair 3 inches. All the goals are the end results, but these end results can only happen through a process, and the process usually takes a lot of time. But nobody thinks about the process because process is not as desirable as the result. And that's why after several attempts to get your ass from the couch and actually achieve something, and then you don't get results, you give up just because you have nothing to prove that you can actually achieve it. But All the things that you want to do will take time, and it will take more time than you think it will. So what do I suggest doing if you recognize yourself in this? Try the different technique of setting up the goals. Instead of saying, I want to lose 20 pounds, write, I want to go to the gym 3 times a week for a year. Sounds boring, right? It doesn't give you that dopamine rush. Because when you write your goal as a result, in your head it feels like you achieved it. Oof, juicy. But it's a lie, because in reality you did not. Or instead of saying, I want to have 1 million followers, say, I'm gonna be posting 4 times a week every day for a year. This shift from result to process will be boring, but it will give you the guide how to actually achieve your goals and not just dream about them. And it will also make you stop being lazy, because this idea that you need to lose weight right now is very heavy. Like, the goals that you put up are very far away and very difficult. But if you put them as a process, they're not as difficult anymore. You just need to go to the gym 3 times a week. It's not that hard. Losing 30 pounds is much harder than just going to the gym. I think the shift in your mentality can help you a lot to stop procrastinating and actually start doing something. And the last thing that we're gonna talk about today is gonna be when you're trying to achieve not your goals. If you feel like you're just too lazy to do something, think twice. Do you actually want to do it? When I was writing my final thesis, I was procrastinating so hard. It was so boring. I so did not care about the theme that I chose, and to be honest, about the whole degree that I was getting, because it was not my goal. Somebody else made me do it. It can be anything: parents, sister, friends, peer pressure, to be honest, even society. For example, a man can really wanna dance, but because society deems it as non-masculine, he can go and, I don't know, be a businessman. When in reality, all he wants to be is a diva on stage. Check your goals for whether or not they're yours. You may be procrastinating so much just because you simply do not want to do it. This is literally the simplest thing to fix, but the hardest thing to find out about yourself. Because sometimes we want to believe that I really want to do it so much just because we're scared of change. Or sometimes we're scared what our parents are gonna think about this, or what are they gonna do. But honestly, what can they do? They couldn't even keep themselves from getting divorced. How can they stop you from achieving your dreams? Mine couldn't. For both things. It takes a lot of courage to actually look at your life and be like, hell, I'm not living my life. I'm living the life of catering to other people's expectations of me, and change it. But when you actually do so, it is very freeing. Noticed how we almost didn't talk about actually being lazy? And the secret to this is there's no such thing as lazy. There's this stupid example that everybody keeps saying when we're talking about lazy. Everybody's saying if you wanna go pee, it doesn't matter how tired you are and how lazy you are. You get up and you go to the restroom. And so if you really want to do it, you would do it. And it has some truth in it. A person cannot be just lazy. They can be scared. They can be confused. They can try to force themselves to do things they don't want to do. They can be tired. Or maybe they just don't care enough about achieving goals. It doesn't mean you're lazy. It just means that you need to do whatever you want to do with your life. If you're procrastinating every day, if you feel like you're not doing enough, it's not because you're lazy. There is some other problem that you need to fix first. There's no such thing as just lazy. It just does not exist. Lazy always has a deeper meaning towards it. I have so much more to tell you about being lazy, about procrastination, and how to fix it, but unfortunately I just cannot put everything into one video. So if you have any questions, put your questions down below in the comments and I will elaborate on them in my further videos in this topic. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope I actually could help you. And I also hope that you already subscribed to my channel to learn more about myself, which is I am amazing, about psychology, and about how to make your dreams a reality. Because my goal on this channel is to help dreamers achieve their dreams. And that's it. Thank you for watching and see you later.